All right, everybody, we're getting back into the match. Just waiting for all the players to assemble and to be ready to go. And we have those two teams that we kind of hopped back and forth between the two matches and the winners round 3, and now the winners facing head to head. Very excited.
Yeah, I'm really excited for this. Both these two teams have really kind of been climbing the ranks throughout the 2023 Season 2. Envor, Tony have slipped up a few times. They've also had some success. And then Anime Demons, they've been right on the brink this whole time. So is it another slip up here for the likes of Lock? Or do we have Anime Demons breaking through? Lots of intense and intriguing scenarios on the line here, as looks like Anime Demons and Locked 5 down total. As this one is Mixie at the start. Envor getting that camo though.
It's our first time seeing Oddball today in the rotation. Love to see the camo going over to Envor, hopefully winning out some early objective time with the use of that camo. See the rotation though, Simply Fear Me and Ice Kid both in the back of gold pipes, and Envor, instead of playing straight for that objective, knows that you need to clear out some space first, gets the takedown, looking to make it into a double, and now tossing the Oddball up to a teammate so that he is left to get the full utilization of the remaining seconds of that camo.
Yeah, that's gonna give Envor an extra 5 to 10 seconds that he otherwise wouldn't have had. Didn't take advantage of it, didn't get any extra kills, but again, I talk about this all the time, Magic, playing the process. Envor doing a great job of that there, and while it didn't result in a net positive or a couple extra kills for him, if he continues to do that consistently, it will eventually, and that's why, again, playing your process is so important.
Yeah, I liked what you said about this locked roster. We see the players on the team, and now the addition of Zero fitting so far into what is a strong roster, but they haven't really passed the test yet, right? They haven't won a big match against another heavy hitter yet. Anime Demons is the next step up that ladder, and that's what this open bracket is. It's here for teams like Lock to prove that they belong in pool play, that they belong alongside the best of the best. It's not going to be an easy fight though. Anime Demons, they fought hard and got that game 3 win just moments ago. So they have a little bit of momentum and a little bit of confidence that's going to help them out in this series.
A little over a minute off the clock, and what that 3-second score tells me for Anime Demons is that they might have gotten baited into a little bit of milk that they thought was fresh, but instead it was spoiled. As Locked gets those first 30 seconds, that's the kind of the threshold you're looking for a good start, as they have locked that in. Looking to continue on here as Envor does a great job protecting the oddball at the gold side. 3 go down for Anime Demons, and only 3 seconds for them, as well as Locked is going to get much more than that with this next hold. All of Anime Demons spawning at C far out.
Yeah, Lock's going to pass that halfway point and more potential. I don't know if Kills in the Night is here today, but I thought of 2 new emotes we need on the channel. One that's like the 2% milk, and then one that's like the green spoiled milk version. The amount of times that Mikowski talks about the milk, we need to make it into some emotes out here. Here comes the push though from Bulls, trying to break through, has 1 kill and the assist on the second. A nice breakthrough, and they did actually stop Lock short, surprisingly, of that 50-second mark. It looked like nearly a done deal as far as hitting that kind of checkpoint, that halfway point. The Anime Demons were quick on the response.
Yeah, and interesting, Envor's getting pulled all the way out here because of Ice Kid. So Envor on the opposite side of the map is going to continue to milk here for Anime Demons, despite the sleigh going down, despite the fact that Envor got the kill. It's not enough to... Oh, it is enough. Wow, he gets through with the use of that grapple hook. Shock in his back pocket as well. Just as it looked like Anime Demons had a chance there, Envor ultimately pulls it from his bootstraps and has a good chance to continue scoring here for Lock.
Yeah, inspired by Easter, Envor had a nice little bunny hop there to get over the crate in Whirlpool to stay alive and hopefully hold on to control of the shock rifle. Ready to put it to work, has some damage out, but here's the team play between that duo, Envor and Tony. But there's a duo on the other side ready to fight as well. Bulls rolls through, and instead it's the takedown. Tony comes back. He couldn't keep Envor alive, but he can secure for himself a double kill. But you look at the time on the clock, Anime Demons got a significant chunk of time on the objective, 39 seconds, cutting that lead in half.
Great timing there on the play ball there from Simply, is right as Tony had pushed up onto that top glass side, the oddball came out. Camo goes into the suit of Bulls, but he trades out, so that's a consequential sequence there. But again, because of that play ball from Simply, then taking down Tony, playing through his processes correctly, now has Anime Demons on the brink of coming back despite a 50 to 3 lead at one point. Now we're tied.
Yeah. can't believe this tie, and now the flip back over to Anime Demons. This isn't the same, as they were just playing against Pink Lambos where they were trading leads back and forth. Now they're against the number 3 seed, locked and still fighting to steal back the lead. Vampish trying to stay alive, gets a nice kill, and then the movement to slide away, find a little bit of cover, and then preparing for those respawners. All this time though, Locker still getting objective time. They have the 10+ point lead. Vampish gets the nice kill. But again, checking the back, checking for those respawns. They don't have the numbers to break through this hold, and Vampish is taken down by Jazero off of the respawn.
Vampish, though, did a great job as the last player alive on that Mauler side. Got a slay, which formed a potential pinch push there, but he ultimately goes down. So great defense there. I believe it was Jazero in the back of A elevator, using every bit of an angle through the stairs as he took down Vampish and now Anime Demons. Despite all of that, despite a good sequence there from Locked, have the oddball, and again, a potential lead here, reaching the end game, 75 all.
Oh, watch out. This game's been like a yo-yo back and forth, one side to the other. The pendulum switching sides with the momentum of the game. And now it's Ice Kid rolling through with a shock rifle. No time to reload, trying to reposition. Could go for remote detonation damage, but doesn't. Instead goes after the shock rifle. Ends up as a trade, but it's Locked that win over the objective. They're going to steal back the lead, and this might be the final push that Anime Demons can make. Can they wait for camo? Looks like Bulls is going to grab that camo, and the stop comes through with Vampish getting the trade onto Tony.
Anime Demons play for camo. Locked plays for oddball time. Which of these two decisions will lead to the win? Locked on the brink with 11 seconds needed. Jazero on the brink of a triple after that incredible double kill. Looking left, looking right. Almost like a boxer in the ring, taking down both of his opponents. I don't know if you could fight 2v1 in a professionally sanctioned boxing match, but Jazero doesn't care. Nonetheless, finding the win off of that almost heavyweight fight there at the Gold Stairs.
That double kill from Jazero, the winning play, running it back, took a little bit of frag damage, but no hesitation. The perfect on the first kill, the cleanup body shot on the second, literally to win the round for Locked. They can't celebrate yet. They have no time to rest, no time, because Anime Demons are fierce in this fight. All 4 go down for Locked. Anime Demons, they might be the up-and-coming amateur team, but they are giving this game their all.
And just as good as Jazero looked at the end game, it's Anime Demons as a whole looking great here to start this round. That little bit of milk that they failed on last round, it looks like it'll come to fruition here if they can hold true. Now Arctic with the triple, that's holding true. How about holding an overkill, holding an oddball? Vampish almost peeked around the corner, but look at that, despite one player being alive for Anime Demons, they play so well off their back foot, finding the next 3 kills in succession. Unbelievable play once again from Vampish.
Arctic with the incredible triple kill, but Vampish answers back with a clutch play of his own, and the oddball does not switch hands. It's still sitting at the back of the pipes, and it's Ice Kid actually. You thought for sure Arctic's triple kill. Now he sees some time for Locked, but it was stopped short, and Vampish is on a killing spree. Another double kill, and not stopping. All gas, no breaks. Triple kill for Vampish. Looking at the overkill, it's Tony at the top of A. Tony playing his life. He's not going to ego challenge. He's not going to give Vampish opportunity to get that overkill.
Dracula Gross, Vampish the vampire, taking a bite into the neck of Locked as 3 go down again for Anime Demons, but just like a vampire that can't die, I expect Vampish to bounce right back.
You gotta watch out though, because those windows, there's like sunlight coming through, right? Like,
yeah, there might be some mirrors. I don't know.
They might be wishing they were playing on, like, I don't know, Aquarius or something, because there's a little bit that skylight could be dangerous for Anime Demons. Right now, the lead is in their control. They're doubled up on the score, 34-17. It's Onboard who was credited with that triple to secure the oddball, and now rotating back a C, you have that play ball potential. Different from live fire, the only spot to play the ball here on recharge is the back of C, which is where Onboard has opted to play. Jazero at the bottom mid, and it's Vampish once again finding the critical takedown, the break kill.
Ooh, but Camo sneaks away in the form of Tony Too Turnt. Now gonna have to be Tony Too Patient if he wants to utilize this camo to perfection. We saw some patience there. Had a player that he could have started shooting at, but he waits for the right time. And even that is not right enough as Tony trades out with the camo. And this oddball match is also trading out Magic. Only a 2-kill lead here for Anime Demons.
Only the 2-kill lead. lead. Vampish in a 1v1 against Tony. Tony's gonna win that 1v1. I love watching those isolated 1v1 fights because it's just a small encounter that can shift the tide, especially when the game is this close. Just 2 points of difference between the two teams. And Ice Kid is trying to rotate that oddball, gets the pickup, extends that lead for Anime Demons. They want to force this game into the round 3. How would that shake things up for the number 3 seeded Locks if Anime Demons can come away with this round?
Oh, Bulls has the back of 2, maybe 3 opponents. The pinch is on. You see 2 other players there for Anime Demons. Tony's gonna have a tough time winning this fight as he takes down 1, but Envor trades out. 3 going down for each squad. It's a 1v1 between Vampish and Envor, the Anime Demon versus the Demon Halo player. But Arctic, with the support from the B spawn, gets the cross shot in. Great patience there and communication there from Envor as he called his teammates in for a little support.
Envor once again being the objective player on the side of Locke. 71 seconds of objective time making that. Envor and Tony are the 2 main objective players. That leaves just Zero to get the back smacks, to get the slays, the takedown, and now jumping over to that island. Very Arctic style. It seems like Locke has this strategy. Remember that sword used to be G8 and we kind of ignored the island? Not anymore.
Yeah, this is a far-fetched situation here as you have Arctic and Jazero with the least amount of ball time on their team, and they're both negative. They have the least amount of slay to kill death disparity, and then Envor and Tony 2 turn fragging out plus 13 collectively with almost 30 plus seconds of collective oddball time. So very interesting to point out when you take a look at the scoreboard. That's not something you usually see.
Yeah, you don't usually see the objective players also having the most slays, but it really speaks to the strength of Envor and Tony. They want this win. They're hungry for it, as Envor once again doing both, getting the kill and getting to the objective, but he gets the comms. He knows the double team push is coming through. The repulsor to keep himself alive. The double assist. Perfectly timed play by Envor.
All right, look at the trickle down effect. It's going to lead to some 1v1, 1 by 1 by 1 pushing. That's why Envor able to continue with the killing spree. And most importantly, Locke continuing with this timing. Envor getting the crucial slays when it matters most. Not only is he slaying out with the volume, but he's finding the timely kills as well. Very impressive performance here from Envor.
You know, everybody practices and warms up a different way, but we know that just yesterday Envor was competing in that big team battle fight, and he is translating that into some incredible 4v4 plays here today. All the respect to Envor, he does a little bit of everything. He does some forging,
he's a forger, yeah.
Battle. He's doing the HCS 4v4 stuff now. I mean, honestly, a well-rounded player in all aspects. But it's Anime Demons about to flip back that lead one more time, and with that second across the board, they do steal it. Ice Kid, no even opportunity to play the ball there at the back of the box. Instead, just tries to get every last second, hoping that teammates like Bulls come through, but Jazero shuts down kill after kill, and now they gave this setup to Locke, where they steal back the lead.
Oh, wow. Unbelievable flip. Both of these rounds have looked and felt the exact same. And you talked about Envor earlier doing it all. HCS competitor, BTB competitor. He might create a map that players compete on in Forge, and he's also a streamer as well. I believe he's streaming right now. So make sure you have our competitors tabbed up and pulled up and supported, because without them, we wouldn't be here today. And without Anime Demons, that wouldn't have been a team wipe for Locke. I believe all 4 going down. So Anime Demons with the slay disparity, but that oddball reset. So a great, crucial, well-timed play ball. But Anime Demons pick it right back up off the reset. This one is going to get very mixy. Just over 1 minute to go.
I'm glad you brought up the clock, because I was eyeing that clock as well. It's not going to be the main factor yet, but it's getting close to being something to watch out for, especially if we get below that 1 minute mark. But we're going to see yet again another lead switch happening. Anime Demons are clutching up, and they only need 10 more seconds. Here comes the push. You see the grenades. Tony is on the top of Attic. Vampish versus Tony. We saw that 1v1 earlier where Vampish went down, but this time he wins out. The oddball is down at the bottom of stacks. Anime Demons are almost desperate for it, because they only need 3 more seconds, but Vampish is going down. Simply Fear Me last alive for Anime Demons.
Only needing 3 seconds, but 3 are down for Anime Demons. And with 88, 89, 90 seconds for Locke, this is going to be a last second spawn and push here for Anime Demons. Desperation pouring out of the veins from the likes of Vampish as he looks to push up, but he doesn't have the angle. He doesn't have the timing. He doesn't have the support as Locke wins that round, wins that game one, and what an important oddball win. A game type Magic that averages consistently more time. So you want to look at that marathon. You want to win that marathon run, right? Because so much energy and exertion is depleted in those oddball matches. So for Locked, it's a 1-0 lead, but it really feels like a 1.250 or 1.25 to 0 in the sense that that oddball really took a lot out of both teams. As despite being a 2-0, it went on for I believe about 10, at least 15 minutes, so longer than the duration of a typical match.
It was a little bit of a marathon, and it just was kind of a heartbreaker there at the end. We saw this clutch double kill in round number 1 where J0 iced up to get the final 10 seconds of objective time on the board. And then round number 2, it was back and forth, incredible plays. And here was a key moment. Arctic had that triple kill, but you remember that no time on the objective was won by Locked, even off of that triple, because of Vampish's clutch play. You hate to see them go down a 2-0 because they were in this fight to the very final seconds.
Yeah, and we've talked about Envor and Tony having the most slays and the most ball time. We thought that was an anomaly, but Magic, via Snow Stats, that's actually the norm for this squad. Envor and Tony are typically top 2 in KD and ball time as well, which I think is very interesting. I don't think that there's a team in the league that you could say that for. So very interesting to note with this Locked squad and some of the composition and the strategy that they play for.
Great showing in game number 1, but remember that this is game best of 5 territory. So you had said earlier that in the best of 5 it's less of, I think fluky was the word that you used. I don't know if I'm gonna allow it. I guess I'll allow it. I'll allow it only because tomorrow's your birthday. I will allow the word fluky to sneak into this broadcast. And what you're saying there is that the better team is going to win out the series, more likely in a best of 5 than in a best of 3, because there's less variables. You have more time to prove that you really are the better team, and J0's trying to prove that he is on the better team. He might be the newest pickup onto this Locked roster, but he's not new to this game.
Yeah, J0 has really fit in like a glove here on this Locked roster, and it's important to note that he comes from a complexity roster that placed top 8, was I believe in pool play from the open bracket at Charlotte, now playing on this Locked roster, which is in the open bracket of these online tournaments as well. So always got to respect competitors like J0 who are willing to step in any form of the arena as he steps into the snipe lane of Ice Kid. And Anime Demons have a lead at the start, 6-4.
Nice little lead here, 6-5 now. Anime Demons as Envor finds a kill. Ice Kid finds the power weapons, Heat Wave and Sniper, but not a lot of ammunition to work with. Might rely on that repulsor for some quick movement, a nice little spin move, and gliding like he's on ice. A little pirouette, a double axle. We'll give it to him. The judges give it a 10 out of 10. Ice Kid now with the Heat Wave, worried maybe a little bit about the ammo, uses the repulsor to try to send back grenade damage, ultimately taken down, and with it, those power weapons switching hands.
3 going down for Anime Demons. That's going to open up a spawn trap potential here for Locked, but J0 goes down, so going to open up the lane now for Anime Demons to push out off their back foot as they're doing just that, taking down J0 and Envor in convincing fashion. They should easily be able to push out of this spawn trap. Just didn't look like Locked had a potential to flip the script, flip the lead, and take control of some spawn situations. It's Anime Demons instead, off of the beginning, finding the lead, and now even at the 10-minute mark, finding a narrow lead as well. So a great job by Anime Demons for clinging to this narrow lead.
Yeah, and it looked like they were losing that map control too. It looked like, you know, Locked was pushing all the way back into the spawns, but a little bit of a reset comes through, still holding on to that 2-point lead, our Anime Demons. And now Tony 2 turns, no surprise. The aggressive player from Team Locked is not going to be settling for straight up BR fights, but wants to be a little bit of pesky, a little bit of a nuisance, hiding right now in the sniper tower of Anime Demons. Has some fire out onto Vampish, but has to stay alive, cleans up 1 kill before the collapse comes in, but he's drawn so many of the players from Anime Demons out of position.
3 down for Locked. Crucial time, crucial place. This might open up Overshield and Rockets for Anime Demons, which would be an extremely tough day. Yeah, looking at just the theater mode, you can tell Anime Demons have the Rockets. You don't even need the POV switch, but we get it nonetheless from 90. The goated caster Bulls looking to put on a goated performance here with that Overshield, extending the 3-kill lead here. But he hasn't spotted any opponents. At this point now, he's just looking to play a potential thorn in the side of Locked as we see the flank go down, takes down Arctic at one shot, and now it's Locked who look to potentially have to push out of their own potential spawn trap and do a great job there taking down Bulls, who really could have snowballed.
Yeah, Bulls was kind of funneling the players from Locked into the waiting rockets of Anime Demons, and they have the 4-point lead off of those power-up pickups. But I wonder if that's going to be enough, right? A 5-point lead. It's a great way to start. You definitely want to hold on to that lead, but even off of rockets and overshield, now Locked is responding right back. Vampish once again last alive, finds a kill, but here come Locked on the push. It's Tony at the top of Sword, 5 rounds in the sniper. Vampish manages to stay alive long enough for the rest of the team to respawn, and Tony is looking for those respawners, trying to get someone in his scope. He has sights on the Ice Kid, he has sights on the Bulls, but the snipes are not gonna hit their mark. Instead, he's taken down.
And Bulls goes down there, but he was almost like a distraction for the 2 kills that went down for Locked. So again, it's almost like in a stronghold where it's like, all right, we'll let you have the objective as long as we get the map positioning and the overshield to then grab the objective. Saw a little bit of that there in the Slayer as Bulls was seemingly just a distraction, and that has continued on. It's now still a 5-kill lead here for Anime Demons, as they've done a great job holding on and now look to push up into the Locked side of the map. And if they can hold this positioning for the rest of the game, Magic, that's the dub.
You know what's surprising me right now? The 5-point lead, but usually in Slayers, you watch that assist column more than any other game mode, but it's actually Team Locked with more assists, even though Anime Demons now have that 7-point lead. So we're kind of breaking away from the stats a little bit here. And it's Bulls rolling through with the clean takedown, 11 and 8. Heatwave at the ready, making it 12 and 8. And you're looking at the assists. Let's see, we got 6, we got 14 on the side of Anime Demons, and on the side of Locked, now it's getting very close. It's almost tied assist to assist, but a 9-point lead, make it 10-point lead. Anime Demons are in this fight.
That was a 4 to 5 kill game when we explicitly said this is a dub for Anime Demons, because if Locked can't get out from their side, there's no chance in hell that they win this game. Now you have Bulls with the rockets. Tony should get negated with that overshield. Overshield goes down, but Tony stays up. That's a big play there for Tony, needing it most. Now he has the heat wave as well, has Arctic's help. And Locked, they're going to need a lot of help here. Down still by plus 10, but 10 kill disparity. Wow. This is unbelievable from a Locked roster in that 3 seed. That you look at 1, 2, 3, 4. Those are the teams that are supposed to make it to pool play. Anime Demons might be one of those teams upsetting the ranking order of the HCS.
Yeah, right now a 9-point lead is already upsetting that balance of seeding, right? The 19 versus the number 3, and you have to think that Locked is maybe it's getting a little bit into their heads. They have to worry about Anime Demons maybe earlier than they were gonna really crank up the heat in this bracket. They're being put to the test. It's Envor at the sniper tower, maybe waiting for that sniper to spawn in just a few seconds away. 1 burst left of the heat wave, and just being annoying to lock down the spawns. This is the chance for Team Locked to get back. This game can spiral, and it could snowball right back. It's now only a 4-point lead, and a key part of that is Envor's map positioning.
Yeah, Envor did a great job to break that hold that Anime Demons had on their spawn, getting to the other side of the map. And now here on the snipe tower, you saw his teammates push in through the long hall and green hall. All of the attention right now is on Envor. All of the comms in the Anime Demons Discord is to find Envor. That's why all the attention is going to the snipe side of the map, but they can't find him. Simply Fear Me now has a chance to find him, as it looks like Envor will finally go down, and that adds significant percentage chances to Anime Demons to win this one out, as they now need only 3 kills.
Yeah, Locked were stabilizing a bit there. They cut that lead to, I believe, 4, maybe even 3, but now it's been blown wide open, 49-41. Simply Fear Me might find the last clean kill with that sniper. It looks like Jazero might be up for grabs, and it's Ice Kid securing the double kill, securing that final kill, and that's going to be the win. The tied series, the potential upset, the upset in game number 2, at least for Anime Demons.
And it looked to me, you brought this up during the game, Magic, but kind of just keeping an eye on the assist counter. I believe Anime Demons did enough there to bring it back to dead even in the assist. So a great job by Anime Demons to use their teamwork to come back in that one a little bit, as Locked, they're going to need even more of it. They're going to need even more than just the assist. They're going to need the kills at the right time and places. They weren't quite able to find that. And there were 2 instances where both teams had potential spawn traps. Locked did not take advantage of it. Anime Demons did. And it wasn't necessarily that they held it for a considerable long sequence, but it was just long enough to create that 1 team-wide disparity, 2 team-wide disparity, and They never looked back. They always found themselves in the middle of that 4 to 8 kills or so. Yeah. As Locked goes down in fairly convincing fashion to this Anime Demons roster that's looking to cause some upsets.
Right here is where you started to see that breakaway plays. All of a sudden, what was a close game, you hit that midway point, and Anime Demons, they find their second win. Even though Bolt's here with the Rockets, Tony stays alive. This is where you saw finally a little bit of that answer back. Tony did a great job with movement to try to get as little damage from those Rockets as possible. It cost him the overshield, it preserved his life, and that's when we see that the answer from Locked as they cut that lead to just 3 or 4 points until the final push, that last burst effort. And it was very reminiscent to what we saw from Anime Demons in that Pink Lambo series, right? Where you couldn't count them out until the final moments because they always seem to find that last burst at the end of the game.
All right, here we go. Switching gears here to Streets. Strongholds is the game type. So expect to see a lot of that fast-paced, kind of frenetic action in that Game 2 Slayer to carry on here to Strongholds.
Frenetic action is focused around the rocket pickup, but B already captured by Anime Demons. They wasted no time to get the first point on the scoreboard, quickly stopped by Team Locked. And it's Locked that are coming away with the Rockets. Onboard clearing a path, Jazero with the pickup, the double kill on the Rocket, but that hill was stopped short. So even though Jazero gets the double kill, Anime Demons, oh man, the triple, the potential for the overkill, the assist. Now they are on the brink of a triple cap, being patient for that capture, prioritizing the slays first.
Jazero with one of the most efficient rocket sequences you'll ever see, taking down not only 2, but he took down the 2 at B, which helped his team earn that control. And then the cross-map rocket for the triple kill. 3 kills with 2 rockets, Magic. You can't get much better than that. Because of it, Locked has the lead off the rip.
Nice rocket plays. Keep an eye for the next rockets to spawn in. For now, it's going to be primarily the BR plays as Tony cleans up a BR kill, resets the zone. Points continue to tick for Locked. We saw Anime Demons had that early B hold to get those first 8 points, but watch out. Tony winning every 1v1. Using that grenade defensively to try to stay alive by a couple of extra seconds. He is holding down the seaside, and hopefully the respawn's coming in because Anime Demons are 3 down.
Great response here from Locked as Anime Demons looked really strong in Game 2. Locked. It's important as a 3 seed that you maintain that kind of mental battle up against Anime Demons. You want them to feel like the underdog. You want them to feel like the inferior team. Game 2 slipped away from that a little bit for Locked, but they look like they're locked in once again with a really convincing start here. Should have about a minute up on Anime Demons. That's fool's gold over at B. You saw that counter switching over for Anime Demons, but there were 3-4 dead at the time. Tony recognizing it, caps B, and continues the scoring. A great start now for Locked.
An incredible positioning of that spike grenade to get the killing spree, and then rotates to B, gets the reset. Finally, the collapse comes through. He's taken down, but the help is here. Envor, the other half of that duo, picking up where Tony left off. Envor already 6-2, identical to what we see for Tony, but Tony has the assists in spades right now. 6 assists already early on in this game. 2 players from the side of Anime Demons are over on C getting that capture, and now it looks like Locked might just shift their attention to A. They might give up C and just trade out hill for hill. Envor has 2 players weak at B rail. The shroud screen comes in, and out of that shroud screen pops the trap. The last second grenade gets the kill. Was that Envor's grenade or was that some friendly fire?
That was Envor's grenade, I believe. I didn't even see him squeak that out, but you know, sometimes you don't see the animation, but nonetheless, it counts as a slay, a sticky slay for Envor, as he does a great job there to trade out. Just to look like Anime Demons were mounting pressure and numbers. It's one of the reasons why this lead is now cut in half. Envor with the trade sticky from the grave helps out Locked to maintain this lead.
I'm gonna think it was a friendly grenade. I didn't see plasmas, but I guess we can go back to the replay and find out. We can do a little bit of a detective work from what happened on that takedown. Right now the fight's at A. Jazero has the zone halfway captured, but it's gonna get reset. Anime Demons are just 10 seconds down, and they have the A and B side hold. Tony with the stalker rifle, 2 rounds left to go. Misses on the melee, switches to the red gun. If not to get the kill, at least to burn off some ammo.
Yeah, and you might have been thinking, Magic, was Game 2 a fluke? You know, the underdog teams, that's usually the game to win right there is Game 2, but this is looking like it's not a fluke. Anime Demons here to play with objective efficiency, no less, as they are down considerably in slays. -1, -8, 9, 3, 12. Minus 15 in slays, and they're up by 15 seconds. That's the objective efficiency you expect from the likes of Locked instead.
And it looks like they're fighting for rockets. It's Ice who comes out with the rockets. It's Ice who comes out with the double kill, the 360, the takedown. And even as those kills are happening, it's Locked that get the zone advantage. Now A is being flipped over by Anime Demons, and they waste no time off those slays to get right back to adding points onto the scoreboard. So efficient with their objective play. Arctic now rotating through tires. He's gonna find the melee, but it's Vampish who finds the kill. Vampish isn't gonna get traded out here either. Gets the clean kill, allows teammates to overextend, and now Vampish is gonna double back. It's another 1v1, and just Zero wins this one out.
And usually Magic in Strongholds, outside of Team Slayers, obviously, it's the Slays that really push the emphasis and lead to the winning team versus the losing team, right? The winning team more often than not has the Slays because of the propensity to overextend and cycle and rotate, go for those trip caps. Strongholds is a game type where you're always moving, so because of that, the Slay's so critical. But here we have Anime Demons, almost like Tony in that emote, ripping up the papers, causing a chaos here, like we thought maybe was about to happen. Anime Demons on Locked, I should say, on upset alert, as Anime Demons are looking really strong here in game 3.
Yeah, they were kind of disregarding the stats when they had the lead in that Slayer game, even with fewer assists, and now the same thing here in Stronghold. They might have fewer slays, but they have the lead across the scoreboard. Locked finally finding the A and C hold. Just Zero at the top of C with the Stalker rifle. Some smart plays here. It looks like it's gonna be a 1v2, hoping that the spike grenade does enough damage, but the push comes through. It's Vampish once again cleaning up the kill. 40-second lead in climbing for Anime Demons.
Wow, unbelievable here, as Locked just hasn't been able to find their footing, but the likes of a rocket launcher and a stalker rifle could help him find it. 3 down for Anime Demons. Lots of map positioning and control right there in the middle. Look at that. Stalker's down. Rockets are down. As Jazero, he chooses to bait it instead, and it's the decision that likely comes out on top for them, as Envor has the triple. Huge distraction there, but he goes down. 3 down for each squad. Tony and Vamp in a 1v1. Crucial points on the line, and Tony makes the smart decision to work back for B. I love that decision there from the young gun Tony. Great play. Could have gotten the kill there. Could have went for rockets, but instead he went for the scoring. Can they hold it, though? That's the question.
That rocket launcher was the hot potato. I think every single player in the lobby just about had their hands on that rocket launcher, and it was the kiss of death to hold it until Vampish finally puts it to work. But what did they lose? Anime Demons, they spent all their resources in securing that power weapon, and Locked instead said, all right, if you want to focus on rockets, we're going to focus on objective. That was the mid-game adjustment that Locked needed to get back in this game.
This is unbelievable. At some point, I'm just kind of like, all right, you know, the eye test, the stats still eventually round out, find their form, but this game has flipped our perspective on its head, as Anime Demons are getting outslayed. Not only outslayed, but we're talking 2, 3, 4 team wipe margin. They're almost, it's like they're getting outslayed by 40, but they're up by 60. What the hell's going on?
It's Halo. It's Halo Mikowski. It doesn't always follow the script, and that's what we love about this game. And the play style from Anime Demons, even if it might not follow the stats, it's working for them right now as they're closing in on that 200-point mark. It's B that's being contested. Ice Kid is trying to stay alive, but also dealing out damage. Ice Kid, incredible slide off of that ledge. That Tires close out the distance for the melee, for the takedown. He leaves Arctic weak, and Bulls is here to get the rest of that kill and potentially the capture to get more points for Anime.
Ice Kid, he's got his opponents on skates, because multiple instances we've seen him slide in and out left and right, using that to earn some kills. As 4 go down now for Anime Demons. Envor with 2 rockets to work with off spawn. Be in control of Anime Demons. That's going to cause some spawns here at PD. Envor breathing on the necks of Anime Demons, and a potential comeback here is just when they needed it most. They found the trip cap. Can they hold it? Grenades going out desperately to top A. Envor knows they need this trip cap to come back in this game. Looking to hold on to it. 2 down again. Tony with another clutch kill at A. And Locked have stopped the bleeding. Not only stopped the bleeding, but now look like they're pushing off the front foot.
Oh, Envor WR4 gets another double kill there before being taken down. Incredible play from Envor. And now it's Tony. A brief triple cap comes across the board for Locked. They're gonna lose C, but they're still gaining points. They cut that lead to 30. Vampish is at the top mid. You've seen what Locked is doing. They are locking down stronghold after stronghold. Whatever happened in the early stages of this game, we're seeing a new strategy from this team, and it's paying off as they continue to creep up on the scoreline. But there's two players here at B. Tony with the awareness, the quick spin around to get the Bulldog kill. He uses the rest of that clip of ammo, and what is he doing? He's setting up kills for his duo Envor one more time.
B precariously just needs another foot in it to continue the scoring for Anime Demons. Instead, it's deadlocked. Somebody finally gets B. Ice Kid locks up B, and despite a plus 20 kill disparity, this one is just about tied going into the endgame, Magic.
I don't know how you did the math that fast, but I can't disagree with it. That's 20 plus kill disparity, and Locked are in this game. It's just a 5-point difference between the two teams. Anime Demons now with the A and B side hold. Jazero has shots onto multiple targets. He's gonna take down one, the assist on the other, and now turn it into objective time. Locked time and time again are winning out the kills, and they're not turning it into objective plays, but Envor has the rockets. This could be the turning point of this game if Locked gets back in this match.
3 down there for Anime Demons, but somehow they got 10 seconds of scoring. This is unbelievable. All right, here we go. We're finally starting to see these slays turn into map control and cap control, but just like that, A is getting flipped, and if Bulls can stay alive here, this could be huge. If he goes down, though, it's a likely win for Locked. No, Anime Demons still alive with the capture of A, but they're going to have to do much more than that as Locked have now gained the lead.
We're down by so many points. I don't remember what the biggest span was, but now the lead is in the hands of Locked. Both teams are past that 200-point mark. That means that every round of slays could be the deciding factor. Bulls lost the player at the back of B. Doubles back, takes down to 0. He needs to hop on this hill, but no, there's another player. It's Envor filling in. Only 20 points left for Locked to get this steal of a win. Now 15. Ice Kid is rotating 2 players from Anime Demons. Now they're making the approach onto C, but that's not left undefended either. Jazero is here. They get the contest just in time. Only 7 seconds left for Locked. And so as Locked do, they trade off. Now if we're gonna lose C, they're gonna take A instead.
2 down for Anime Demons. Ice Kid really has to ice up here and make a hero play. Otherwise, Locked are going to win it. They lock down B. They lock down game 3. Unbelievable. Maybe even a rage quit I saw there for Anime Demons. I'm not sure if that was a lag out or what, but you have to imagine, Magic, the frustration from Anime Demons. Not only were they up big, but you had Locked playing out of their minds, plus 20 in the kill-death ratio disparity.
Yeah.
And you have to imagine for Anime Demons, the underdog, underseeded team, they needed to sneak away with that win there. They needed to send Locked with their back against the wall up 2-1 in the series. Instead, it's Locked coming back. At points in that match, Magic, that was unbelievable. They're down 60, 70, 80 seconds, but outslaying the I've never seen that level of outslay disparity. It reminds me almost of FaZe at the very beginning of the season. Remember that?
The FaZe Imperium CTF.
Yeah, where FaZe was going plus 15, plus 20, plus 25, and losing matches. So for Locked, they were able to win that one. But as you go into these later rounds, potential winners round 5 to secure pool play, you cannot allow a team to have that much objective efficiency when you're slaying out like this. Here's another highlight from Jazero popping off to start the game, and it didn't really end. They popped off from start to finish. So
yeah, for
Locked, I know they won, and I know we're being a little critical of them here, but you cannot allow sequences like we saw that last game where they're 3-4 down for Anime Demons, and they're still putting up double-digit scorings in those sequences. It was just something was just not there, and something that this team is gonna have to figure out on the day of. Right, they can't go back to VOD or film review because they're playing this one all the way through. This isn't a Sunday Thursday split. This is all right here. You got to qualify today. And for Locked, they look like they have the roster. They look like they have the team to qualify, but still plenty to work on if you're one of those players.
Yeah, and I don't think you're being too hard on them, because what you're expecting is that a team like Locked plays at the level that you know these players are capable of, and they're getting the slays. They were proving that time and time again throughout this game. But against a team like Anime Demons, sure, they were able to squeak out the win, but it was so tight, it was so competitive when it didn't have to be. We really need to see a team that's the #3 seed in Locked come out and dominate this game from start to finish and not wait for that last-ditch effort. That's what players like Envor and Tony are known for, right? When the stakes are high, when it gets, down to the nitty-gritty, all of a sudden they turn up. But what they're lacking is that consistency from start to finish, especially against a team like Anime Demons, who is the underdog seed. And I'm wondering here if you saw like a player quitting out at the final seconds. I wonder if they were still in that best-of-3 mode and treating that as if it was a game 3. This is a best-of-5, so the series should continue on.
That very well could have been it, I think, as it looks like that player is still not joined the lobby again. So I don't know, maybe I don't know, that almost makes me lead to believe there was a lag out because they would have just instantly joined. I don't know. That's very interesting why the Cobra Squad Anime Demons haven't found their fourth and filled out that roster. So
simply fear me. Get back in this lobby. We got more games to play. We're not counting you out yet. There's still a potential upset for Anime Demons.
Yeah, and it's right there for him, right? It's especially after that game 2. Anime Demons, I know it's the Slayer on Pit and Pyrian, right? So it kind of plays towards Anime Demons being the underdog team to come out with a win there in game 2, but
right.
I don't know, man. What I saw from the eye test in game 3, at least on the objective efficiency side, maybe that bodes well for them in a King of the Hill match, which has similarity, probably the most similar game type to a Stronghold. So if Anime Demons can cut down on the slays and the time that they were looking at the respawn screen by 10%, we're talking about a significant difference there. So they're going to need to play a little bit more efficient, not go down as much, because we know on the flip side they have the efficiency objectively. Can they find it in the slays, though? That's the question for them.
A lot of questions left to be answered, and we'll try to head back into that series as soon as we're able to. A quick look at the overall bracket here. It looks like the winner of this series is going to go up against Derf Gang. Can we scroll down and see who Derf Gang beat out in that round number 4 in order to get to this round 5? It looks like it was Team Hot and Ready. And that went to a game 5, 3-2. So Derf Gang coming off a competitive series of their own, waiting for the winner of this matchup. We're going to go to a quick break. Let me see this roster, though.
Oh, wow. Rhett the Sweat. That's a great play. Rowan DeBoat. That's a great play. Oh, wow. Derf Gang with a very impressive win on a great Hot and Ready, I believe is that's a reference to Caesar's Little Caesar's Pizza. So they got some time to eat as they descend to the lower bracket. But wow, Derf Gang at Magic, another one of those teams that you see when you watch LVT climb the ranks. Last year it was Proton, and now that Proton has climbed the ranks and has found themselves in that top 12-16 pro bracket echelon, who's next up from the open bracket side of things? We get a chance so often on LVT to see those teams, and you have to imagine that we're witnessing one of them today.
Definitely an exciting series on our hands. We're going to go to that quick break. When we come back, we'll have game number 4 Locked versus Anime Demons right after this. Of course, as soon as I toss a break, the 8th player loads in. But hey, I'm not mad. That means we get right back into this series. There was barely time to catch our breath, grab a quick drink of water, and now we see Locked versus Anime Demons. Even though we see that Locked as the favorite in the series, that number 3 seed with a 2-1 lead. Both losses from Anime Demons were competitive, especially that game 3 where they had great objective plays and an early lead. Anime Demons looking to tie up the series, force a game number 5, as Derf Gang won a game number 5, waiting for the winner of this matchup. And now it's Vampish with the sniper in hand off of that early break to go down for Anime Demons. Vampish trying to escape, as we've seen time and time again, able to clutch up as the final player. But in this case, it's Heat Wave beating out the sniper.
One of my favorite strategy decisions to make here in Halo. King of the Hill on live fire. Do you play for that opening hill or do you play for Overshield? It looks like both teams playing for Overshield here. No teams with time in the hill. And it looks like despite the focus on the Overshield, it's going to be Locked who make away with it. Now look to turn that Overshield into time. Oh, Ice had the counter in that plasma pistol. Envor with a clutch kill takes him down. And despite 2 being down for Locked, because of that Overshield and damage numbers that they have, they're going to be able to push in this hill, earn that first set of time, and look to hold it here as Enemy Demons all spawning A.
I'm a little bit disappointed in Anime Demons because what we saw from them in that tough loss in game number 3 was their prioritization of the objective, and they could have had half of this hill captured by now if they hadn't contested for the Overshield, but they decided to play for OS. They ended up losing, and now they're about to lose the hill as well unless they can break through this hold. And Tony is taken down. That kill is not traded out. 2 go down for Locked, 2 down for Anime Demons. They're still in the fight as Ice Kid hops onto the hill, finds the kill, and now finding some objective time.
That was a big kill there for Ice Kid. Anime Demons did not have the numbers. I believe had only 1 player alive. I believe it was Ice Kid. So great play there from Anime Demons to play off the back foot, earn themselves their first time. And taking down Jazero is going to be huge here. It takes out that flank opportunity now. Going to be able to really focus. But there's one more flank. Tony two-turn. I forgot about it. Looks like Anime Demons forgot about it. And now Tony pushing in with that Shroud screen. Has his team now on the brink of scoring, but this is going to be a mixy battle for it.
Yeah, Envor gets a kill. He's traded out. Envor and Ice Kid trading. Looks like Ice Kid sent Envor off the map, and on his way down, Envor lined up the shots to get the kill. If I go down, I'm taking you with me, he said, as he flies off the side. And now it's the Overshield, this time in the hands of Anime Demons, and another miss of that plasma pistol. Overshield winning out, but Envor with a double. Oh no, it's a triple kill. And he's not going to the objective. He's looking, where is my overkill at? A beautiful triple, and that's going to be enough to get Locked that first hill on the board. Envor already 8-3 in this game.
Yeah, it was Envor with the triple kill, but it was really Tony two-turn with the smart death there. Had the plasma pistol charged up, missed it. And I love the decision here. He said, all right, semi-auto time. Just started beaming the plasma pistol shots into his opponent. Didn't wait to charge it back up. Sometimes you see players make that mistake. Tony did not. Because of it, was able to negate that Overshield down to nothing. Envor cleaned it up for the triple kill, cleaned up the hill time, and now have about 50% on this second hill as a result. Great play there from Tony and finished up by Envor.
Your sound effects are faded, Mikowski. The plasma pistol rapid fire goes pew, 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 pew. That's come on, chat. Tell me that that's a better plasma pistol representation. But Arctic with the frag grenade gets the takedown. He has the heat wave. He has the sniper. He didn't have to use either for ammo to get the kill. And now the bank shot comes through. He swaps out the heat wave for the fresh VR. No hesitation. Very decisive in his movement and the gun plays. And really loving what we're seeing from Arctic. We saw some incredible movement tech from him earlier when we were on recharge, and now just the weapon decisions. Very smart heads-up plays.
Yeah, this is a tough time for Anime Demons because Locked, they're about to score that second hill, and the Overshield is also about to come up. So for Anime Demons, now they got to almost stress and press a little bit, right? Because you can't play back for that Overshield like you normally would in this scenario. They had to contest Locked. Locked ends up getting that second hill, and because of that second hill, they should have a good chance to get Overshield, but no, Tony goes down, and Ice Kid steals the Overshield instead. Huge play, but nonetheless, gets negated out. So great plays there from Locked, really playing their process and staying focused on the task at hand, the #1 priority on the map at that time. Great plays.
Look at Locked. They're back on the approach. Arctic again with some nasty grenades. 3 go down. Simply Fear Me last alive in Rat Tunnel, and that melee is going to be just out of range. I know it's called Halo Reach, but sometimes Halo can't reach with those melee. The little T-Rex arms are not going to connect, and instead it's Arctic rolling through with the kill. 2-0 is the lead for Locked, looking to make it 3-0 with some early time on this objective. And off the respawns, though, look at Anime Demons. They're answering back. They're winning kill after kill. They're getting the slays that they need.
All 4 down for Lock. That's going to force spawns at the back of River for them as they start to trickle out on the left and right side here. So you see Lock splitting the formation. Looks like 3 going down that overshield side. I think Tony was sent on a rogue mission as Arctic now pushes up with the help of Jazero. Yeah, has Envor on the screen door, and it's Tony pushing up through the big door. But they can't find anyone from Anime Demons. Looks like they're all underneath the tunnels. Anime Demons have cleared out this hill, and it's causing some confusion, it looks like, in the POV for Arctic. But he says, you know what? If you're going to give me the hill time, I'm going to take it.
Yeah, he was happy out on the hill, and Envor got a double kill down in the bottom of the tunnels. They even have a little bit of that Shroud screenplay, providing some cover, providing the opportunity to regen their shields, and they're about to make this a clean 3-0 lead on the game. The last push comes through. Simply Fear Me. I respect the last-ditch effort, but that's all it is. It's too little too late.
Yeah.
Zero with the double kill, looking for the triple kill, and that hill capture comes through.
Yeah, and I respect the effort there, Magic, but it's been the contention that's been the Achilles heel for Anime Demons.
Yeah.
So often throughout this match, 3 times, all 3 hills, they push and contest for the final seconds that has locked up. They don't need to push for those final seconds. Instead, they need to rotate and get the early rotation on that hill instead, because they have found the early time here on the overshield, and with the reversal in strategy, still have some time on the table to come back in this one.
Yeah, time on the table, but I mean, the 3-0 is pretty glaringly obvious. You know, they'd have to get 3 captures without letting 3 minutes of the clock pass by them. So it's not impossible. The clock stops whenever you have someone on the hill, as you see Ice Kid locking it down. Bulls gets the slay, 7 rounds in the sniper. He's trying to take down Jazero from that top tower where he can cause some chaos. I mean, this is the pace they need. They're doing great. They have this hill locked down right now, but as Vanquish goes down, all of a sudden Lock have the numbers. Bulls trying to stay alive, and Lock are breaking through right when they need to. 90% of the hill won by Anime Demons, but still no capture on the board.
And now here's a chance for Anime Demons. No, 3 down. Excuse me. Never mind. That's going to flip into the possession for Lock. Just as it looked like Anime Demons was going to get to put the finishing touches on that hill. Lock come up with a clutch play and earn themselves some hill time. Ice Kid looking to rotate through the tunnels. You have Fear Me pushing up from that A side as well. So Ice Kid has a duo, but yeah, that's really interesting. So it looks like Lock is playing for the rotation. So they're going to concede the hill like we talked about earlier in the strategy. I'm not sure, though, because this is a top mid hill. It's not one that you can kind of get that early jump to in rotation. It's so hard to hold. So I'm really curious. I almost like
time. They're playing for time way earlier than usual.
Yeah,
that's the only thing that makes sense to me.
Playing for time, or I don't know. Can we get Tony in the Discord after this? I'd love to hear his thoughts on the strategy there, because that was extremely unique decision there from Locked.
Yeah, they had that overshield turbine hill won over, right? Anime Demons had it at 90%, and then Locked very specifically, they were 4 up. They weren't down in numbers, and you see all 4 of them just intentionally rotate away from the objective. I think that they made a call in the Discord to play for time and defend this top mid, which is a very difficult hill to hold. And, you know, they said, hey, let's make this a 3-1. Let's burn off some time on the clock. That's the only thing that makes sense, but I would love to hear the resolution of that decision, because here come Anime Demons. They have a couple of kills. They're getting some time on the board. They are forced to desperate for the objective. They were so objectively efficient in the last game. Can they turn it up right here?
I mean, down 2 minutes. His pace is to where they could make the comeback, which is, again, why it makes it so interesting that Locked were so convinced with conceding that hill. And they're clearly Magic. They're clearly playing for that strategy. We have not seen a single second of time on this hill for Locked. At moments in time where they had 3-4 down, they could have absolutely taken some time if they wanted to. They did not, which makes it very clear that their strategy here is to milk out this clock and milk it for the win.
It might bite them, though. Look at how close Anime Demons are to bringing this to just a 1 hill capture game. So I think that's very clear that it was the strategy, but Locked might need to rethink the strategy. Anime Demons are taking advantage of time on the clock. 156 is a lot of time to play defense, especially because Anime Demons only need to win 1 round of slays to bring this to within 1 hill capture. And even with those slays, there it is. 3 go down for Team Locked, and all of a sudden, this has to change. Locked, you can't play defense.
What a flip here for Anime Demons. They're in a situation where they need 2 scores in 2 minutes. Now they need 1 in 2 minutes. They didn't let any game clock off the board on the top mid-hill Magic that Locked was baiting to play for time eclipsing. So this is unbelievable answer back here from Anime Demons, just as it looked like we were trying to prepare for the winners round 5 matchup for Locked. They don't have this locked down at all. Enemy Demons instead have a ferocious comeback. 75% on this third hill. They might just tie it.
And we said, hey, 3-0, this game's all but over. GG's on the series, and Anime Demons said, hold my energy drink because they're in this for the fight. Arctic is taking down a kill. They have, Anime Demons have this hill 2/3 of the way captured, but they're gonna have to work their way off of the respawn. And now look at the shift here. You see this, McCaskey? Locked are playing the objective for the first time in the last 5 minutes. They're not playing for time. They need this 4th capture.
And I'll tell you, having competed on teams that have given up big leads like this, this could cause some disruption in the Discord. This could cause some lack of trust with an IGL, because I assume an IGL probably made the call to get out of that overshield hill. Now the IGL might be getting some questions from his peers and his teammates as to, like, dude, what the hell are we thinking? But nonetheless, Locked on the brink of ultimately winning this game, but it has been much more stressful than it's needed to be.
It continues to be stressful. Ice is at the bottom of B, trying to stay alive. This hill is tied for time, about 3 more seconds, and Enemy Demons are about to tie up the hill. Tony has to desperate to get onto the objective just to contest it, but a little bit of friendly fire, maybe that's some of the chaos and the comms showing through. As Vampish gets the double kill, Vampish gets the triple kill, but no, Jazero takes him down. A huge win, but Vampish stayed alive long enough that Simply Fury is getting to the objective. Now it's Bulls on the objective. Players from both sides trying to win this one over. Jazero is alive. Jazero needs 2 more seconds, 3 seconds, and Anime Demons were cut just short of one of the most epic comebacks.
Oh my god, what was that finish? Oh my god. All of those 4 players dolphin diving into the hill, just reckless abandon, no care for their own personal safety and shields, as Locked and Enemy Demons both playing for the win there, and it led to a highly contested end game in a match magic where it looked like we were, like I said, already preparing for the next round 5 matchup for Locked. It looked like it could have been a 4-0 sweep, but wow, the decision to play off the hill, the decision to play for time, almost costly, but Locked instead find that game 4 win, find the 3-1 series win, and avoid an upset for now. But looking shaky enough there that I think you have to pose the question, you know, what do they look like in a 3 versus 6 matchup, right? Because I imagine some of those mental mistakes, some of those unforced errors will not get you through to pool play on Saturday if you play like that. So Locked, fortunate to come out with a victory here in the series, but based on the eye test and some of the deficiencies we saw from them in that series, has me with a little cause for concern.
A little bit concerning for Locked. Even though they come out with a win, you might think, hey, they got the win. A win is a win is a win, which in the bracket, sure, they move forward, but they look shaken up. And I have to think there has to be some new Anime Demons fans in the chat, because they came out with some scrappy play that just showed their passion for this game, and they gave Locked quite literally a run for their money.